Hello friends, Miss Natalie here, and today I'm going to show you how I painted my foreground of my relief sculpture. I've already looked at my colors, planned them out, and started mixing my paint using the process I did before and leaving that red from my palette, putting just some foil over it for my new spot so that I have all of the colors I need for my painting. I'm going to start with the areas of lower relief, like the lobes and the pot that are in the back, and then here we go. And as you can tell, this is speeded up. I did not work this quickly. I first worked with a flat brush to get the flat parts of the relief sculpture, and I added water. At that point, I realized, oh, I'm going to need a whole lot more paint, so I mixed more of my custom paint and came back with my flat brush to take care of the areas of the pot. Again, just like with the background, I'm going to have to go over this again, and I am going to have to use a smaller brush here. I am using my smaller brush to kind of pull off some of that paint before I put my bigger brush in the water to sort of start rinsing, and I'm using my smaller brush just to kind of get around the corners. I'm going to go back so many times. You have no idea how many times I'm going to end up going back and fixing this bit and that bit. And now I've mixed a slightly bluer green that I'm using for the top and bottom of the pot, and also for the front lobes of my cactus. And I'm trying to get in there in the areas of relief, sunken relief, and places that are textured, but boy, that's a lot of work, my friends. It's a lot of work going over this again and again and again so many times and making so many touch-ups. Using all of the brushes, I ended up using every single brush. Sometimes the big flat brush was useful, sometimes it wasn't. Sometimes it ended up getting more paint on the background than it did on the foreground. And there I am wiping off my brush so that I don't ruin my sink. And I'm mixing a slightly different color for the design at the top and bottom of my cactus pot. What I like is that I kept that blue-green color for the sunken parts. So the inside, the sunken parts will match my cactus, but the parts that stick out don't. All right, so I did some touch-ups, I did a second coat, and now I am starting in on my flower, which is the same color that I used for the table. I only did this, it was maybe 15 minutes after I mixed it that I used that reddish orange again. If I were going to take more time, I would place a wet or damp paper towel over that reddish orange so it would stay. All right, so now I have done all the little touch-ups and all the double coats and lifted it. Yep, two coats, lifted it so I could see it from all angles and paint it here and there, and I'm done. I pretty much have everything done with my relief sculpture. The last thing I want to talk to you about is cleaning your brushes. As I said before, this acrylic paint will turn into plastic and will completely ruin your pipes if you try to put it down the drain. So the only amount of paint that you really want to go down the drain is the liquid that is in your water. You want to wipe any big globs off your paintbrush and then clean it off that way. And then when you do go to clean your brushes out in the sink, you want to use like a detergent. You don't want to scrub them too hard, and you don't want to use hot water. Water will make your bristles fall out. And then when you're done, you can throw away your recycled materials palette. If you have a palette that is reusable, you want to wipe it out with a paper towel and throw it away. You do not want to put that paint down the drain. And here we go, all done. You make one